what's going on, Smart Chiropractors? It is Dr. Jeff Langmaid, part of your Smart Chiropractor team here. I want to take a few moments and show you how to construct an email that converts, including the 3 key pieces of any email that you're sending out, why they're so important, and also how we think about those pieces within what we do at the Smart Chiropractor. At the Smart Chiropractor, we send hundreds of thousands of emails each and every month for ourselves and for all of our Smart Chiropractor members. And one of the biggest questions that we get asked time and time again from docs that are not yet members is, what do these emails look like? What's going out? So I wanted to show you exactly behind the scenes of a drip email. That is our weekly automated email, one shot into my inbox, because I always keep an eye on what's going in and out, less than an hour ago. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to showcase how we think about these 3 super important criteria with email. Number 1 is subject line. Number 2 is that body copy. And number 3 is the call to action. There are ways to do these things that are incredibly influential and effective. There are also ways to do this that will yield near 0 results. So we want to talk about why and how you can get better results using your email, how we've seen this evolve within the Smart Chiropractor, and some take-home tips that you can utilize if you are a Smart Chiropractor member and you're sending out additional emails, some tips that you can utilize, or if you're not yet a member, hopefully give you some ideas that you can utilize within your email system, or let us do all the heavy lifting for you and become a member. I'll share my screen in just a moment. If you have any questions whatsoever, thoughts, comments, questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments below. I will be sure to get to it. But without further ado, let me share my screen here. So this is the email that I received into my personal email box less than an hour ago. So let's talk about, this is exactly what a Smart Chiropractor email looks like. I'm going to be super clear about that. Now, this has the Evidence-Based Chiropractor logo at the top because I am registered with my account as the Evidence-Based Chiropractor. This will have your logo of your practice up at the tip top. So let's take a quick peek through the email, then we'll talk about all 3 criteria. Underneath that, we always have our subject line, which is how to get rid of a stiff neck. We'll dive into that in a moment. Nice, beautiful picture. Things are obviously, as you can see, easy to read, big and clear. Those are important pieces when sending an email. Below that, we start the body copy. So we have, did you know? We like to drop a fact right there. And then under why it matters is where we elaborate on that fact. We'll talk about that in a moment. When we get down to bottom line, that is where we're starting to get into next steps. And down at the bottom, you will see calls to action. You'll see one up above as well. For schedule now, which links directly to wherever you want it to link to, we recommend an online scheduler. However, it could link also to your Google My Business page or your website, wherever people can schedule. And then next to that is join our health tribe, which links to your Facebook page, because your email and your Facebook page should be driving together. And at the bottom, this would have your picture here. Obviously, it says mine because it's my email. And this would have your practice logo right here and links to all of your other social channels right there. So let's dive in to the 3 most important pieces of this. You can also see I got this email literally less than an hour ago. It was automated. I did not send it. It came in. That's the beauty of automated email. It works when you are not. So at the top, we have number 1 is all about subject line. So headline, right? So over here, how to get rid of a stiff neck. That is the subject line of an email. Super important. Your email subject lines need to teach, engage, entertain. Ultimately, they need to build curiosity. The point of the subject line is to stimulate somebody to open the email. So that's the way you want to think about your subject lines. The subject line should stimulate the opening of the email. Let me repeat that in a different way. If your open rate, your email open rate is low, it is probably because you have a subject line issue. Subject line directly correlates with open rate. So if your open rate is low, your subject line probably is not hitting the mark. It is not generating enough curiosity for somebody to hop in. Now, if your open rate of your emails is high, that means that your subject lines are performing well because people are interested, they're curious, they want to learn more, and they're opening it. Now, there is a gray area here, meaning having a great subject line with a high open rate, but it's clickbait, is not a good way to go about it. It'll hurt your click-through stats, your unsubscribe rate will go dramatically up, all of those things. So you want to make sure that your subject line ties into what actually people are going to get within the email. It should go without saying, but I'll say that to be super clear. So how to get rid of a stiff neck is a subject line that performs very well for us. Why? It's because it stimulates curiosity and interest. If you've ever had a neck issue, if you've had a friend that's had a neck issue, if you've woken up with a stiff neck, if you're over 25 years old, you've woken up with a stiff neck at least once in your life, either by sleeping wrong, by injury, whatever it may be. So how to get rid of a stiff neck, it teases the education that you're going to showcase. Okay, how do I get rid of it? I'm interested, building curiosity. And it ties it to, as you can see there, a specific symptom, a stiff neck, ubiquitous, tons of people, millions, hundreds of millions of people deal with it. So that is how you can craft and think about step number one, or key number one, subject line. So how to get rid of a stiff neck is our subject line for this week. As we cruise on down, we'll talk about key number two, which is body copy, building a fact and then emphasizing the stat behind it or the information behind it. So did you know our body copy, the meat of the email? Key number two starts out with spending more time on our digital devices has left 20% of people feeling more neck pain daily. That's pretty startling. It's like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that, right? So your first line there of the body copy is teasing in, leading in with the fact that is interesting. Then we get into the actionable information. So you can see on the right-hand side, there's an ergonomics tip that ties directly to it. Keep your monitor at eye level is an ergonomics tip that's actionable, that's interesting. If the person opens the email and only gets that, they are probably going to like the email overall, right? It's not going to be something, oh man, I'm going to unsubscribe from this. That is actionable information. Now on the left-hand side, we break that down a little bit more, right? Looking at your computer or phone all day long can cause muscles to support your neck to become tired. If you're doing this all day, stress can add up to your neck not moving optimally or correctly, right? So simple things, but it's basing it and breaking it down for the person who's opening this up. Okay, cool. So now when we get down to the body copy of bottom line, our care can make a big impact on that stiff neck. You can also count on us to provide you stretches and exercises so you can lengthen, shorten, or soothe those neck muscles. Book the time or give us a call. Our team is here to help. So now we're starting to get into, okay, here's the information, right? We have our subject line, curiosity, how to get rid of a stiff neck. I'm interested. Then our body copy. Here's the fact. 20% of people are dealing with neck pain because of our lifestyle choices. We beef that out with a little bit of context, right? Why is that happening? It's because you're sitting all day. Here's an ergonomics tip to be able to help you. And if you want to get things on track, give us a call today. So we transition into key number three, which is having a call to action. Now at the bottom of the email, you can see that right here. We're here for you. Be smart. Make sure your next appointment is scheduled, and favorite us on your social for more tips and inspirational posts with a schedule now button, big, bold, clear right there. So if somebody's reading this, they're on your email list, they've had a stiff neck, it hasn't resolved, or you've reminded them that they have it, and they're like, gosh, I've been meaning to take care of this, very likely that they're going to click the schedule now button. Or of course, we have join our health tribe, which links directly to your practice's Facebook page right next to that. So we call that a bifurcated, right? 2 options for a call to action. You really don't want to get above 2 because too many options will decrease your overall conversion. But 2 seems to be a nice sweet spot with these weekly emails, where it can drive people on your email list to your Facebook page to build those numbers so you can teach and invite consistently on Facebook. We automate all that social posting through the Smart Chiropractor. And obviously in this group, you see the daily action and accountability videos, Monday motivation, testimonial Tuesday, wake up Wednesday, etc. that we talk about if you want to do some added customization. But the schedule now is the big one. This is where we see docs routinely generating 3, 4, 5 patient activations each and every week. off of their automated email. They're not doing anything. These emails are just going out. Those appointments are getting put on to their scheduler, onto your appointment book. That's powerful stuff, and that's impactful. That's what we take pride in here at the Smart Chiropractor. Now, one other thing I'll say is up in the middle, we do put an initial call to action, that schedule now button on some of our templates in the middle, so that when somebody opens the email, it's kind of almost right above the fold there. They have the opportunity to click schedule now, and you can see that we offset those colors, right? So this is a little bit of geeked out marketing stuff, but we offset the colors of this schedule now button with that schedule now button, drawing attention to it, letting people know very clearly that if they have a stiff neck, they can schedule now. When they click that, you set it to wherever you want that link to go to. Ideally, that would go to your online scheduler. Second place on that would be your practice website, but you can direct it wherever you want to go. But the bottom line with all of it is getting emails opened is all about your subject line. That's why we create, I think, some of the best subject lines out there for chiropractors. How to get rid of a stiff neck is the one that we're highlighting this week because that's our weekly topic. Body copy delivers on the promise of the subject line, right? The body copy showcases the fact, how to get rid of a stiff neck. Well, here's a fact around that. Here's some actionable tips and context for it. And then that leads into key number 3, which is your call to action. 2 most powerful calls to action that we found. Getting people onto that Facebook page so you can continue to drip information, content, and build that relationship. This is about relationship, not transaction. And then the other one is schedule now. There is nothing more impactful than sending out an email and watching your scheduler and watching your schedule fill up with patients. We love to see that. That's why we do what we do here at the Smart Chiropractor. If you have any questions about email, it's a lot of information to drop into you right there. If you have any questions about email, please let us know. But this is a sample of exactly the automated drip emails that go out. We also have email sequences like the Success Blast, the new patient onboarding sequence, and more to come. So keep your eyes peeled for new sequences. But the heart of our email system with Chiro Emails and the Smart Chiropractor are these weekly drip emails. They create great subject lines. We create great subject lines to keep people interested and curious about who you are and what you do. We craft that body copy to generate interest, to build trust and rapport. Then we have those solid calls to action. Those are those 3 keys. Those solid call to action number 3 to generate patients and booked appointments for you in your practice. So if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments. I'll be happy to answer. Make it a fantastic day, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.